Hello, my friends. Catherine and Erica here from Catherine Puller Designs. I'm ready to get my embossing gun heat up.
Oh, your emboss on.
Ready to emboss this place.
Linda Anderson, you're in Durham. You're our neighbor.
We are a stone's throw away.
Yeah. You were in Durham last night.
I was in Durham last night.
Linda
Where was I? Where was I?
You were at
Something 22.
Something 22.
You guys.
Station 22.
Randall and I met Anna in Durham last night. She is our oldest daughter. She is in school at UNC Chapel Hill. And so we met her halfway, which somewhere around in Durham. Actually, it wasn't halfway because it's about 25 minutes to her house.
That was closer to her than you.
And I drove 25 minutes and so did she to the restaurant, which is hilarious. But it was lovely. It was in one of those mixed use communities. So it was, apartments, multiple story levels of apartments with restaurants and shops kind of mixed in there. And it really was charming and had a great vibe and outdoor lights and candles on the table. And it was great food. And it was something 22.
Yeah.
And every time I say where I went to dinner last night, I can't remember what the first word is. Something 22. So there's a restaurant in Durham called Something 22, and I was there last night.
Something 22.
It's blank 22.
Yeah. I would have moved there if it weren't for the commute. Here means getting on the motorway.
The motorway.
Joan, you're in Carolina Beach. I was just in Carolina Beach a few weeks ago.
I'm craving the beach.
I'm so happy to see so many folks popping in from North Carolina. We also are always happy to see our friends from all over the world. I see a few of you from California have said good morning, welcome, welcome. Welcome from New Jersey. Welcome from, where else?
Sandy says her 25-year-old heat tool is dying and she has a new one on the way. That was a long-lived heat tool, huh? That's amazing.
Florida, Texas, Minnesota.
Nice. Do we have any international friends here today?
Utah?
So this is
Pennsylvania.
This is what's going to happen during our live today. I am going to show several different embossing techniques, and I'm going to put a couple cards together, and I'm going to show other card samples, and it's all using our classy Christmas bundle that just hit the shop yesterday. Do you have a favorite bundle? Because we had 5 bundles release. One is our note card bundle, so that is going to go with everything because it's a little envelope die and other dies to coordinate with to make smaller size cards. Then we have our This Christmas Essentials bundle, so it has some cover plates and a stencil and a background stamp that are going to mix and match with everything else. And then we had 3 main image product bundles. One, our car with the presents stacked on top, that's the Urban Christmas. That's what I'm going to be working with on my next YouTube video, Friday at noon. And then yesterday we used the Nostalgic Season bundle with the different holiday icons and a throwback style. Today we're using the doves and the foliage with a classy style. So do you have a favorite? Let us know. Leave a comment.
I love it, love it, love it. Local 22, just like the Teamsters.
Thank you.
Now you
is that what it is? Local 22?
That's like a Teamsters. Well, that's my association of that.
I recommend it. It was good. We brought
Kim
Eli
from Canada. Hello.
Today's Eli's Gotcha Day.
Long Beach.
6 years ago, we got Eli today. Met him yesterday.
Oh.
Isn't that sweet? He came to dinner last night. What's happening here?
Hi, Jenny from Australia.
We're going to come down, see what's happening.
Hi, Diane from Massachusetts. Yes, Wisconsin.
I really like adding embossed details with this bundle. I think embossing is really classy. So it goes with the classy Christmas.
These stamps are screaming for bling. So let's bling them out.
So this is the Adorning Doves Stamp Set. This set was created to make something like this. Sorry, I've got my hair.
Are you shedding?
Yes. So this is the classic idea of what to do with this bundle right here. Of course, there are many other ways to use the products in this bundle, but this was the original idea. So you can, we also included a candle, so you could do this, and there's 2 different kinds of foliage. And of course, you can use these images without the wreath and the hanger. Let's see. And then this is the Holiday Glimmer stamp with the 2 fabulous sentiments, and then the Round of Merry die with the inner script Oh yeah, here it is. I'm wrecking it right on my
Uh-oh.
And then the straight font around the edges. And then if you don't cut them apart, you have this in the middle. But of course you can clip these apart. There's just 2 tabs right here. So we have these little clippers in our shop. They're really nice, they're sharp, they're a fine point. You can just come in here and clip in between. You can also just twist, because we try to do 2 tabs across from each other so that you can just twist and get them apart. But if you want to get close so that you don't have a stabby situation, have a stabby situation.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. Okay.
So friends are torn between urban and the doves. Love the nostalgic, such a great idea. The doves are my favorite. So you guys must be excited about today. Nostalgic bundle, love that one. This is gorgeous. Adorning Doves is the one that I like the best. So
Nice.
Today we're gonna put that puppy in action.
So if you are new to embossing, you're gonna need an embossing pad. This is the one that I use the most. It's from Wow. It is in our shop, shop.catherinepooler.com. You can find all of the supplies that I'm using today over there. So you're just going to dab that die cut into your embossing pad.
A dab will do ya.
You guys, this Galaxy Glow glows in the dark, and I think it would be tremendous if you did this.
Oh.
So this is from Daniel. He
Daniel
just
did a
used that
beautiful
simple
blending.
stamp, blending, made it darker in here, and it looks like a gorgeous galaxy. All is calm, all is bright, so beautiful. But if you use Galaxy Glow, then you bring it in the dark and it's gonna glow. What? So cool.
Catherine, your old, we got Darlene here from Rochester. Your old neighborhood.
Yes. My old neighborhood. So this is metallic silver sparkle. So I'm just gonna do the bottom first.
Sue, the set in the collection that has the multi-step stamping is called Nostalgic Season.
I'm gonna move that over. Let
Look,
this
I
heat
think
up for a
Lorraine
second.
loves it all.
I'm with you. So we'll just add heat to this, and you can see how that powder is turning to a liquid, and then it's going to dry to a nice beautiful shine. If you, the first go around on something like this, if you didn't get a good enough coverage, let this piece dry for a second. Don't make a mistake like I did yesterday of running your finger across this when it's still wet, because you'll smudge that all off. But if you let this dry, you can go back, because I have a spot right there that I missed. So you can dab it again.
Deborah says she's not embossed before. Is there anyone else on the live today who's not tried embossing out? We'd love to know.
And let us know if you have any specific questions. We can answer them while we're here. Another trick, if you want the embossing to be nice and thick, while it's still hot, dip it right back into your embossing powder. And then you'll get a nice thick enamel look. Let me dab this side again, because I've had my fingers all over it. And you guys, do you see the sparkle getting all over my desk? Who's
You're
with
gonna
me?
need your little
Anyone
sweeper
else
tool.
do this? Make a giant mess?
Glitter does spread a bit. Mary Ellen said she couldn't resist and used that I want it all button.
Nice. And we so appreciate that you guys supporting this small growing company. You guys are all really important to us, so thank you for shopping with us. We appreciate it so much, and we work so hard to get your orders out as quickly as we can, and it's unbelievable. Our shipping team is so efficient. They're pretty much caught up with orders.
You've got one little spot there on the M that's not embossed all the way.
So unless you have placed an order within the last hour or two, couple hours, it's probably already packed and shipped.
Judith
Very
is
likely.
asking if she can do local pickup. You're in Raleigh, Judith. We
Yeah.
have accommodated that.
Mhm.
You would need to, how would she do
Email
that? Just
support
email support
and-
at catherinepooler.com, and
Valerie
Valerie will
set that
follow up
for ya.
with you. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pretty. What do you guys think? Gorgeous. So there is one way. I wanted to show you what I did here. because this is this stamp. This. Stamped in black, colored in. But what if you want these leaves to be solid? You can do that.
What would you do?
What would you do?
What would you do?
I'll show you. So we're going to ink in the Wow embossing pad. We're going to stamp. So you can see there's basically a watermark. Can you see that? I don't think
hard
you
to
can see it on the screen at all. But then you're going to take your Wow Embossing Pen, and I'm going to color inside the leaves.
Deborah, you're from my old stomping grounds. My mom lives in Gloucester. I grew up in Williamsburg. And we have a friend from Greece joining in.
Oh, nice. That is on my bucket list, hardcore.
Oh, I'll go back to Greece if you want to go to Greece.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I want to go to Greece.
I can show you around Thessaloniki, but I wouldn't say it's a big tourist destination, but I can show you the whole city.
Okay, so I used metallic. No. I didn't.
No.
I used City of Angels or something like that. I think it's called City of Angels. It should be on the desk here.
Oh.
I'm going to use this time. Is there a regular gold? This right here. This is what I used. No,
Oh, that's platinum.
I didn't. Let's try this rose gold.
I don't see anything called City of Angels.
Is it on my desk? Because I was using it last night.
This is called, it's metallic platinum,
Okay.
metallic
So
brass,
we're just going to heat.
metallic copper sparkle.
Isn't that cool? I've actually never thought about doing that until last night. I was playing with my stamps and I wanted solid leaves and I thought, hey, let me just color those in. So I did, and now I have solid embossed leaves. I was very excited about this last night.
And
so
it's
I
pretty
did.
because it adds a different look. If you wanted to incorporate several of those pieces on a card, you could do one not that way and some of them solid and use the two pieces together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Will be really pretty.
So will you die cut this for me, Erica?
I would be happy to.
Thanks. Okay. Then I wanted to do something on this guy. So I want to take Halo Embossing Glitter. So this is a clear glitter with a clear embossing powder. And I want to do the flame. And then I thought I would just add a little bit of sparkle to some or maybe even all of the leaves. Thanks. So this has embossing fluid in it. And then now the embossing glitter is going to stick to wherever I just painted. Yes, do you see that glitter? So now I want to emboss that. If I don't emboss it, it will just rub off. We don't want that.
You know, you could have used regular sparkles, I guess, and some glue. But I feel like sometimes that's a little chunkier, and for those things are so small, maybe doing something a little finer is better.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
I think you're right.
Do we have a wholesaler in Greece?
I do not know.
I'm trying to think. Let me look.
There. I think that added a nice little punch to this guy. Can you see that on the video? Oh, so pretty. And of course, I embossed this image. So I stamped this and I embossed it, and then I die cut it. Where did my dies go? So if you, so this die cuts that. Then I stamped and embossed this, die cut it with this. There is one card where I cut out the center of this guy so that I could see the stars. you would just want to pick up our circle dies, which I had those out, and I don't see them now. They're in a little baggie. Where'd they go? Oh, here we go. So our circle dies includes this one that cuts out the center exactly. So if you have our circle dies, that's gonna work perfectly for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't currently have a retail partner in Greece, but I did pop the list in there. I know one of our Stamp Nation members who is who lives in Greece orders from some of our European retailers because they're all in the EU, so you can check that out.
And if there is a retailer near you, definitely go in and ask them for our stuff, because that's sometimes that's how some of our stores find us, because our customers go in and ask. Next up, I wanted to show you how to emboss this guy.
Oh, this is a very good question real quick before you proceed. Debbie said, will the heat impact the glue on the dies, where you had that all glued together and then went back and heat embossed it?
Nope.
Yeah, I've not had that be a problem either.
The one thing you want to watch out for is when I emboss this, I potentially could have heat this up and then it would get liquidy, and if I rubbed my finger across that when it was still hot, it would have smeared. So, but the glue, once it's dry, I don't think it reactivates with heat, I don't think. Oh, I was so busy with something else I didn't notice this. So yeah, I think, layering different metallics with the leaves, I think would be really
pretty.
cool.
Yeah.
Look at those, gorgeous. You can make a whole wreath.
It looked like a crown for a god, like Apollo.
Or maybe we could
Or you could do it in like a swag. Yeah. Yes.
Just on the bottom. Could do like that. Or it could go around the whole thing.
That's pretty.
Oh, yes.
So pretty.
Could also do it on this guy. So lots of different ideas for you guys to try. I think I would make this spruce or eucalyptus.
Mm-hmm. So contrast.
Yes. Oh, that was pretty. Maybe we'll do something with that. Let's set these aside.
All right. So what do you got going on there?
Okay. So I've already stamped this with the embossing pad, and then I did white embossing powder over it.
Okay.
I'm going to move it some, and I'm going to do that again.
Jennifer's saying if you layer your die cuts with like a tape, sometimes the heat will affect it. So if you use maybe like a tape runner, that could be problematic.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't noticed that though with like using Nuvo glue or Verily Arts glue. So, but yeah, that's a very good thought.
Okay.
Oh, you're stamping it again?
Yes.
Okay.
I want more stars.
Okay.
That over. We want more stars. And I'm stamping it several times because these are really tiny details, the stars are. I want to make sure they get really inked up well. And also because I'm using watercolor cardstock. Watercolor cardstock usually has some sort of texture to it. And I always think it's a good idea to stamp several times over the same image when you're doing watercolor cardstock. Oh.
Just to say, if you don't have a Misty and you purchase this bundle or this stamp set, you're going to want our largest block, and Catherine can show you that in a sec. And that you sometimes will put the stamp on the block, and instead of picking up the block and going down to stamp it, you put your paper on top and rub it. That's kind of a good pointer.
Sometimes you'll get stray flecks of embossing powder, so just get rid of those with a paintbrush. Yeah, here is that large block.
It's the biggest one we have in the block section, and that will work perfectly with this stamp. And yeah, sometimes you put the stamp on upright like that and then just put your paper face down and rub over it to pick up the ink. So that's just a little pointer
option.
if you don't have and use a Misty, which you don't have to, but Some of us have them, some of us don't.
All right. So I have one layer already embossed in white. Let's do a second. I don't know if you can see that changing, but the you want to watch for, if you're new to embossing, what you want to watch for is that powder look turning to white, shiny look.
Hey, Daniel from Rhode Island. Welcome.
All right. Now that this is embossed,
Yes.
one of my favorite techniques is, where's my sweeper? Here it is.
Oh, I thought you needed scratch paper. Here I am with scratch paper.
I have embossing powder all over. So one of my favorite techniques is clear or white emboss resist. So I thought I would do that here. Let's get my little waffle flower mat. This is a Nouveau paintbrush. These come in a set. They're very nice. Love them. This is one of the larger ones. And then I want to use a little bit of Daydream, maybe a little bit of hot tub, and a lot of water. And again, this is watercolor cardstock, so I'm able to add a lot of water to it, and the paper will take that water just fine. So I just want to do a color wash over the top. Mayan frame.
Mm-hmm.
Good yum drops. So this is just a hot tub color wash over. I think I need a little bit more water. And then in some places I want to go a little darker, so it's going to take a little Daydream. Just,
Oh, and those stars are popping with that.
that looks fun. So just an artistic abstract color wash over the top. I like how that turned out. Of course, I was playing with this earlier.
Ta-da!
This one is all dry. And then I thought it would be fun. Actually, I did one layer in white embossing and one with halo, so there's some sparkle on there. I also thought it would be fun if you wanted to stamp again and do gold or silver, or even just maybe stamp it with Daydream ink or another color. That would also be really pretty.
Yeah, because those colors are translucent. Like if you use the full saturation of the Daydream like that, yeah, you could still color wash over it and get a little bit of contrast. That would be pretty.
And because of those images are embossed and they're shiny, they are going to resist the ink, so they'll stay white or sparkly or whatever color they were.
Yeah, if you hadn't embossed them, they would have gotten, they would have moved with the water.
Right, because our inks are dye-based ink, they're water. Oh, where'd those big blocks go? Okay,
Water
so
reactive.
here is another use for the large block.
Yeah.
So when you're using watercolor paper and you are embossing and you are getting it wet, your paper will curl and warp some. So when I adhere it to the card base, I like to add my blocks on top, so then it gives it a minute to dry and lay flat. So hopefully that will happen here.
Sue said she likes to add water to both sides of her watercolor paper so it stays flat.
Oh, that's a good idea. Also, if you heat top, heat bottom, and keep going back and forth, that will help the warping as well. Then I thought it would be really fun to add this Merry Christmas and then the wreath in the middle. We'll do that.
That's pretty. So that round of Mary die is two different word dies, and they do fit into one another. So you can use them together, or you can use each of them individually. And at the very beginning, we saw Catherine emboss the Merry Christmas that's in the center, which you can still see there in the frame. And this is the outside piece that cuts out from that die. So you get a double duty with those dies, which is great. So there's a lot of ways to mix and match and use those in different kinds of card layouts.
Let me hold that there for a sec. I think this guy needs some foam tape.
You're foaming it up.
Yes. Foamed it up. Let's get a little foam tape on this guy. And you know what I haven't done with this frame yet, or this wreath, is make a little shaker element out of that. Oh, well that's gonna have to be done next week. Because if I made this guy and then did the shaker, and then there were sequins. Oh.
Crater Lake in there.
Oh.
Maybe some Tinseltown or Vegas, baby.
Yes.
Wintergreen.
Oh. Let's do that next week.
Okay.
Okay, trim that off.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. Run my finished piece through the die cut machine just between the plates to flatten it out. The only thing you have to be careful about with that is if your plates are well used and they have texture on them, sometimes they'll make texture on your finished card. So I've been very disappointed by that before.
Yeah.
But you can stick it between maybe some paper or something.
Let me share some other cards we've made. This we made on a live, so I embossed the sentiment right there. Added some sequins. And then this one, Merry Christmas. And that was done with platinum. And then just a little swag right here and a couple sequins. And you have a really simple but very classy card. This is our note card size. So you can see the difference there. Just a little bit smaller. And then a couple cards made by Daniel using this set as well. And this is our note card envelope die. And after the live, I'll update the links below the video so that we'll have links to all these products. You can find them in the shop. And what do you think? Do we need to make one more card with
those
these
little,
guys?
I think we should.
I think so too.
And friends, if you are joining in and you think you have a crafty friend who might enjoy seeing Catherine's lives, please share. Make sure you click the little bell to get notifications when we're live. And thank you for your thumbs ups. We appreciate them. They help the channel.
So I don't have a card base prepared, so let's do that.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little
Are you gonna go
score-
full size or note card? Oh, you're already too far into it. Well, you can easily trim it down.
Yeah, I could.
Oh, they're saying yes, more cards, please.
So let's see. I thought Merry Christmas. I had this cut out somewhere else where I already had these guys poked out, but I don't see it.
Well, you have the one you
I embossed it. Okay,
Yes.
so let's poke these guys out.
The one you embossed.
And then tell me, I'm going to use these. I think I'm going to go pretty simple. Maybe I'll do a candle. Maybe I'll do a bird.
You mentioned maybe making that you were talking about using eucalyptus potentially or something
Yeah,
like that.
so you guys tell me, Daydream or eucalyptus. Did we get enough looking at this gorgeousness right here? I love this. I love it. So Daydream or eucalyptus for this guy. And then maybe I put in some berries. Maybe I don't. We'll see.
Oh yeah, you could use either the scallops and dots or the note card layers dies to do like a piece for the card.
Can you grab the scallops and dots? Let's use
can.
that and make some layers.
Yeah. Do you have an open one and a not open one?
Yes.
Okay. This I think
And
is in
that's
the
the
wrong
note card
container.
box.
Ah,
Yeah,
here it is. All right. So let me give you the full set here so you can decide what size you want to use. Everyone can see what that looks like.
Oh. Usually when I get a new set of products, I just take a pair of scissors and slit right up the top like this.
Yes, you do.
And then for my more used dies, this is going to end up getting ripped, and then I usually just put them in a Ziploc bag. But we also do have these guys.
Yeah, those are great.
Nice. Maybe I should switch over to these.
All right, here are our votes. Daydream, eucalyptus, Daydream, eucalyptus, eucalyptus with a hint of Daydream. So I think eucalyptus for the win.
Do you see if I have any magnet sheets in there? We have
they're
this
right-
little fab file.
This you could show them.
Okay. And then there's these little magnet sheets. So I really need to switch over to all of these, but I've just been a little too lazy to do that. I just haven't done it yet. But oh, this is the patterned paper. This is
Oh.
for patterned paper. Let me
Uh-huh.
get.
Yeah, you pulled it out of the patterned paper cubby. And that's why I don't see any
Okay.
sheets in there, but the sample that you showed is correct.
Yeah. So when you get your patterned paper and you open this, then you have a mess. So then you get these pockets and you put it in here.
And you can keep your scraps in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And then we have the die pockets. So those are all in the shop. But anyway, let's get back to this.
Yeah.
Let's do 2 layers. Let's
Pretty.
do these.
Okay.
And should we do them both out of white?
Are you gonna make a frame or you want to? Okay.
Let's do that.
Right.
2 layers. Did you say we were tied?
Huh?
It sounded tied for Daydream and Eucalyptus.
No, Eucalyptus won.
Let's do it.
It was 2 votes to 1.
Okay.
Twice. Although one person said use both.
Oh, nice.
This die is upside down. Oh no!
Hey, what ended up happening there?
You gave them to me upside down, so I just ran them right through.
Oh, did it make an impression on the paper though?
It did. But it's
Okay.
very,
Very light.
yeah, hard to.
Okay.
Good job. I think it was my first day. Now your plate has a nice design on it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, why is that looking very strange?
So there we go, direct to paper, and now we have a Eucalyptus. Merry Christmas.
All right. Gorgeous. Oh, these are so cute.
Okay, so scallops and dots. I love the subtle polka dotted texture there. Love that. I think
So
this needs to be
cute.
topped up.
You would like to have circle dies with dot patterns. That would be cute.
I like that idea.
Yep, Diane, I did it upside down. What a silly sausage.
It's my
This
fault
is
though. I
gonna be
handed
pretty.
you upside down.
You know, no big deal. There's no fault in crafting. There's only fun.
All right, we are gonna go ahead and add Barely Arts glue all the way around the edge, a little bit onto the letters so that they stick down. Okay. I really like this eucalyptus color with this metallic embossing. I think it's really,
Yeah.
really classy. Hey, really classy for the classy Christmas. It's perfect. Okay.
Catherine's
That's it for us.
stacko blocks. A stacko block.
Yeah.
Stack O blocks.
And then, do we want to add a bird? Maybe we do the little swag down here and a bird up here, because I haven't really used this guy yet.
Oh,
We don't want him to be sad.
no, he will be.
Okay, so one.
Is there a tittle in the Christmas die? There isn't.
Oh.
It's tittle free. You guys know I love to add the dot
Mhm.
when the dot exists.
And should I cut the stem off or leave the stem?
Maybe. Can you crisscross them or does that look weird?
I could do a little candle in the center.
Oh, that's pretty. And that, is that green tea?
Yes.
That looks gorgeous.
It's a little tall though, so maybe I could just make the candle shorter.
There is a shorter
Tuck it in.
candle.
Yeah, but it's not colored.
Oh.
Let's see. Go like that.
Oh, that's pretty.
The dove up here. How about that? Do we like that? Oh, I'm getting my hair in there. I'm trying to look at our other device up there. And, okay, I think I like that.
Pretty.
So we'll do the candle. And I'm going to adhere this first so that I make sure it doesn't go over my Christmas. And then I'll add these guys on top.
Oh, that was smart.
Thanks. Okay.
you guys. It's always fun to have a few bloopers in our reel because we're human beings.
And we're live. And
Yeah.
A pre-recorded, edited video.
Sometimes we stick our hands in ink pads or drop things in the floor.
Oh yeah.
Things upside
That's
down.
always something.
Yeah. But that's okay. Oh, you could put a candle in place of an eye in Christmas. That's a cute idea, Sue. I hope you make a card like that so we can see.
Darlene is looking for the 9-inch titanium scissors. So there are some products like that we can't get in stock right now because of supply issues. And that may be one of them, but we are definitely keeping that in the shop. I don't think we're discontinuing it, so we're just having a little trouble getting our hands on it.
Those scissors are so nice. Yeah. You could do a dove with a branch in its beak as a card idea.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be pretty.
That is a really good idea. And I think, of course, this guy needs foam tape too. All the foam tape.
Hi, Donna. Better late than never. You can always go back and watch from the very beginning when you join in.
Thanks for popping in.
Yes. Aw, Jill. Thank you. We're glad to have you with us. I love when you guys let us know that this is a kind of a little nice part, a little nice spot to your day. So that makes us feel good.
So I kind of, the crisscross right here is kind of bothering
Bugging
me
you?
a bit. So I could do some berries. I could do the bow. I think I'm going to do the bow. And I think I'm going to color it in Samba for a pop.
Oh.
Merlot.
I mean, you
Let's
know.
try it. Let's try it. Where'd my bow just go?
It's on your wreath.
Thanks.
You looked at your elbow.
I looked at my elbow.
You guys, she looked at her elbow. She's like, oh, where did the bow go? That's your elbow, not the bobo.
That's awesome. Okay, so
Yeah, you
Merlot
need
is
to
our
pull
dark
those,
burgundy.
Sorry,
Go
those,
ahead, it's fine.
that bunch of inks that we pulled out yesterday and show them because it is a
the
gorgeous color
combo?
scheme. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would be a great inspiration.
Yeah, because I've used a few of them, but not all.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Merlot, I'm trying to go light and then just darken up in certain areas. If I go too dark with this color, it's just going to look too dark.
It is an intense color, but it is definitely classy, and adding a little pop with it is pretty.
This is a blender pen.
Sarah says she wished she could join us for lives every day.
Oh, thanks. And if you're new to blender pens, this is basically a clear marker, and I can pick up color with it and color in directly off of my ink pads.
Hey Betsy, thanks for joining in. You guys are a bright spot to our day too. And if you're watching on the replay, we would love to have you join in live. If you go to shop.catherinepooler.com, a little box will pop up and it will give you an opportunity to be added to our mailing list. We very often send out emails with schedules and times that we'll be going live, and that's another great way to keep up with what we're doing. Yes.
All right, let's review this color palette that I used parts
Girlfriend,
and pieces of.
that card is per D.
Thanks.
Where's the other one? It's tucked over there by your...
So I've got this card, and I've got this card that we created today. And I have a mess over here.
Let's hide the mess.
Let's move the mess to the side. We will get the mess later. Don't forget to put your pin in. And you see, you guys, months ago when we were still living in our old office, I lost my pin and never found it again. So I got a new one, and I just tied a bunch of twine around it, and I've never lost it since. So there we go.
I
So
feel like
color
someone
palette.
told you to do that.
Someone
One of our
told me
friends.
to do
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. Classy Christmas cards with embossing.
Mary Ellen said, "Oh, that's gorgeous."
Thanks. You guys, thanks so much for joining us today. That was so fun. I hope you are inspired to use embossing on your Christmas cards. Let us know if you have any questions. definitely leave us a comment. We do read all of them. We don't always get a chance to respond to everybody, but we do read all of the comments and we appreciate it so much. If you have a crafty friend, definitely tell them to head over and check us out. We love meeting new people all the time, and if you like any of the supplies you've seen in this video, I'll add the links below so you can check out the YouTube description. You can head over to shop.catherinepuller.com, see what we have in store, and like Erica said, definitely sign up for our email list.
And we'll be back here tomorrow, same time,
Yes.
same place, but this time we're going to be working with the Urban Holiday.
Messy Christmas, nostalgic season,
Urban
and
Holiday. The Urban Holiday bundle.
Tomorrow's bright and fun Christmas cards.
Yay!
Yeah.
And we've got that great stamp set. It's got that cute car stamp, but there's a lot